What's up guys, Magey Cake here. Welcome to part 1 of my Battle Pet Power Leveling series. In this series, I'm going to show you how I am power leveling pets by doing the Pandaria Dailies. Each of these dailies are going to give you a pet supply bag. In them is usually going to be some bandages, but every once in a while you'll get a rare battle stone. So basically, each of these daily tamers are completely defeatable by using 2 level 25 pets. And they all have a predictable pattern that the pets are going to use. So after you've done these dailies often enough, you're going to figure out the pattern. And once you know the pattern, you can take advantage of that and use it to power level your pets. So in this series, I'm going to talk about each of the tamers and go over their specific pattern and how I'm using it to my advantage to level. And a lot of these I can even level up a level 1 pet. It's a matter of knowing when their pets are going to heal and that your pet isn't going to take any damage. And I'm going to show you that here with Aki the Chosen. So what I do here is I open with an Emperor Crab. There are a lot of different crabs out there. This one I'm using just because it happens to have a much higher power stat, and that means he's going to kill the pets quicker. I want to just do this as fast as possible, so I'm going for power now instead of health or speed. In the second slot, you can use a level 1 pet. I happen to have a level 19 Zandalari that I've been leveling. I just got him the other day on the island where Undasta is. And in the final slot, I'm using an Oasis Moth. Now, the reason I'm using these pets is the first one up is almost always going to be Chirrup, which is a critter. And he's going to do damage for the first 3 rounds. He's going to open with his Stampede ability, and then he's going to heal for 2 rounds. And that's where I'm going to swap in the Toe Nibbler or any level 1 pet. For those 2 rounds, whichever pet is active, they're not going to take any damage. So that makes a great way to get a pet involved in the battle, knowing that you're not going to have to worry about killing a level 1. And then I'm using the Oasis Moth to finish off the aquatic pet at the end. And again, I'm using this particular moth because he does have a high power stat. So I'm going to go ahead and do this battle here, and I'm just going to show you how it works. So as predicted, Chirrup is the first one up. And I'm going to open with the Shell Shield ability. What happens is Chirrup's opening ability of Swarm actually puts a debuff on you called Shattered Defenses. And without the Shell Shield, it actually is going to do a ton of damage. But where you get lucky here is this shell is actually going to absorb all of the damage and allow the Shattered Defenses to drop off. So now Chirrup has taken enough damage that he's going to heal for the next 2 rounds. So this is where you swap in your lowest level pet. And this guy's going to take no damage, so you can get a free shot in. It usually misses. And now you go back to your crab because Chirrup's going to do his swarm ability again. And you want to make sure you keep your shell up so that you're not going to have this Shattered Defenses debuff on you once Stormlash comes out. Stormlash's opening ability of Call Lightning is going to do a ton of damage to you, so you want to make sure that this is dropped off when he comes in. And what's great now is this weather ability of Lightning Storm is going to do extra damage to Stormlash, but all of that extra damage is actually going to be absorbed by the Shell Shield. So you want to make sure that you keep your Shell Shield up while you're going against Stormlash. And the heal comes in very nice here just to make sure, because Stormlash does do a lot of damage. He uses his Roar ability to give himself a damage buff, the attack boost here. So the healing comes in handy just to make sure you don't die before Stormlash. And it doesn't really matter at this point now if you die. The moth will be able to kill Stormlash and still be able to take out the last guy. So because the moth has a higher speed than Stormlash, she's going to get to go first and actually not take any damage at all from Stormlash. Whiskers is going to open with his dive ability, so you are going to take some damage here from it, and the lightning storm is still up, so yeah, there's going to be some damage, but it's certainly not going to kill you, and it's not going to affect the outcome of the fight. Now the surge ability is kind of frustrating because it does go first, which actually reduces some of the damage buff from the first ability, the strike there, that you get a damage increase if you happen to go first. So that's where I use the blazing speed, just to make sure that I keep my speed up. And when Whiskers does his shell shield here, you're going to see it prevents him from dying, but now you've got the faster speed and you're going to kill him no problem here first. And you can see sometimes it comes close, but it always works. And my Tonivler just went from level 19 to 21. Obviously the lower level pets are going to get more levels. So there you go, there's part 1 of my power leveling series. I'm going to basically do this with all of the different Tamer dailies and show you how I'm using their patterns to my advantage to get the most levels out of my pets. If you guys have a specific tamer that you'd like to seek first, please go ahead and leave some comments below for me. And as always, if you're liking what I'm doing, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers, guys.